Yeah, we're back.
In the building.
I feel like it's always just 1 week, but whenever one of us travels, it feels like a world of time.
Man, it's been a long time for a long time. Let me say, a long time for a long time. And yeah, this time it was you who came in a little bit suffering, so to speak.
Oh man, it took me several days to recover from skiing. It was.
But nothing gets you a little more energized than another episode of Quarantings.
You're right.
So you back in the building.
Yeah.
We're back in the building. We're back. And we're just out here to give the people what they want.
We are.
Some would say.
Especially you this week, because I went on the notes today. I was going to put some notes in, and I was like, oh, he's got it covered.
Shake my head. I'm learning. It's been months now since we've been doing this. And, I know last week the studio audience had some nice things to say. Yeah. And I was like, y'all need to chill out because, I'm fake humble. But, yeah, I know that we're getting better at this. Mm-hmm. And I know that the studio audience and the real audience knows that, too, which is why they keep coming back for more.
Yeah.
But, I thought I could give something off of the creator's plate a little bit and handle this. So we'll see how we can guide this through.
You had the topic ready to rock.
We'll see how we can.
It's a good one this week. We're going back to the roots of Quarantings of getting in with the specific ass topics.
What you trying to do?
Right.
24 karat magic in the air. And yeah, we're gonna be talking about 24 karat magic because we're gonna be talking about that situation a little bit later, but we're gonna be talking about specifically within dating, like what your age gaps is.
Age gaps.
And I know, right? And for those who don't understand what we're trying to say, literally it's just hey, what is your number? We talked about this another week where it's what's your number for just getting paid to go do something with somebody. But this is a different situation of what is your number, which is is there, an age at which you're I'm good? Is there an age where it's oh man, that's perfect?
Right.
Is there an age where it's just all that stuff.
Right.
So I'm trying to think where I want to start with you on this. And I think, honestly, I want to start with something that I don't know that you'll put on wax, but I'll ask it.
No, I'll put that on wax. It's fine. You're going to be surprised.
No, all right. So first thing I'll ask is, do you have a max age? Or I guess a max gap. How much older can dude be than you where you would be it's still okay.
Okay, am I dating this person of my own I just want to date them?
And here's the thing, because there's different levels to this, right? So now I'm not asking you what's the oldest dude you would sleep with, because I think that's a different number. I'm asking you what's the oldest guy or girl, depending on what you want, that you would be I'm okay with spending the rest of our lives, even if they're
you're saying how old would I marry?
You don't have to be married, but just how old would you commit? This is it. This is the one, quote unquote. You don't got to marry because we already know your feelings on that. So.
Well, I would say that's actually probably older. If I was just gonna date someone.
Okay, so all right, I guess we'll go to the easier one. What was the oldest age you sleep with somebody?
Again, is it a sugar daddy situation or am I just...
Doesn't matter, the oldest age. So yeah, if it's a sugar daddy situation, then I guess we're going up in age some more.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I believe that. You wouldn't put on the Clubhouse episode what you put in the bag, but now you're actually kind of getting a little more into that answer. But go ahead. What's the oldest? 80?
Oh fuck me, dude. It's hard. It's honestly hard.
That's what they're trying to do.
It's honestly hard for me to say because I don't know that many old people. I don't know that I really could fuck an 80-year-old.
Studio audience, you remember 180 seconds ago she said, nah, I'm gonna put it on wax. It's cool. And then just now she said, that's hard for me to answer. She didn't put it on wax.
That's not the question you put. Now
I told you I was going to guide you this episode.
Okay. So I think. Wait, how old is George Clooney? I'd fuck him for sure.
He can't be older than 60.
I don't know.
Where's Stat Boy when you need him?
Yeah.
Where's Stat Boy
George
when you need
Clooney?
him?
I need to know.
Nah.
Because he's a DILF, bro. I would fuck him for sure.
Okay, but I mean, like, I would sleep with Oprah. I know I've already said this on the pod,
but
like,
she's not
I'd only
even
sleep with her because of the money.
He's 60 and mad.
He's 60.
He's 60. That ain't so you wouldn't go older. But see, you're thinking of a hot guy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, so, like, if you found a George Clooney lookalike that was 70 here when you was at like Maynard's.
So here's the thing. Like, if I was gonna fuck some old guy who like really was like too old for me to be genuinely attracted to, it would have to be like seriously for the connection, the money or the connections. Like, I'm not afraid to sleep my way to the top. That's fine.
Cream always rises
I told you I'd put it on wax. Yeah, shit,
hey,
fuck. I can sleep my way to the top.
I'm
here got no
for
problem
it. Hey, nah. Okay, so then.
So I mean, I don't know if I could say the exact. I mean, I genuinely don't spend that much time around like older people like that. So like, I don't really have enough experience around like 80-year-olds to know if I would just be like truly that grossed out or not. But I am saying, like, if there was a situation where it was like,
so okay, oh no, go ahead, finish.
All my, like, here's the career on the silver platter. Then like, yeah.
So you'd be doing it like those 1950s movies, or
well, no. Like, it would be. I wouldn't do it if it was like a coerce, like he's coercing me. Like it's like, oh, it's like a Harvey Weinstein situation. Like,
yeah.
That's not happening. But I'm saying if there's a guy who's very into me because I'm young and hot, and he happens to be like
obsessed with you,
and he's like he's nice, but he's just old as shit, yeah. but it's like he's very respectful and like whatever. Then I'd be like, fuck yeah, fuck around for sure, if he had the right connects. Now if it was George Clooney 60 hot DILF, then it doesn't need to have all the connections that George Clooney would have necessarily.
Okay, so then just coming back to this a little bit because, I want the people to get clarification.
Sure.
You're saying that even though you've already talked about how you throw away 10s, if you like, if you George Clooney looking like, then we could go up to like 70 and it'd be fine if you was looking like that.
Right, but you're talking about, okay, so you took it till just like fucking, like.
Well, first I asked relationship and you like froze up. So I'm
trying
to build you up.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So like I would sooner like I actually, did I just say the opposite? I don't know.
Yeah, see, I got you confused.
Shit.
I got you tripping.
See, here's my thing is that if I was going to date, so okay, if we'll talk about sugar daddies later.
Oh, yes, we will.
But if it's not that,
just a genuine
and
thing.
It's just whatever, yeah. Like if we're just talking about like would I hook up with somebody older? Yeah, I would if they were hot. If it was George Clooney, they were super hot. Would I date even a 50-year-old? Probably not, honestly.
Okay, so
yeah.
As far as like sleeping with, then it's just solely like, are you attractive? Age probably don't really make that big a difference. It's, again, if you were attracted to them,
right.
But now when we go to date, which is not even really like, you're not talking like let's wife up relationship. You're just talking like I'm gonna see you on a consistent basis kind of thing.
No, I mean we can be friends with benefits, and if you're hot, you're hot. But I'm just talking about like if we're gonna be in an exclusive relationship, it doesn't even have to be that serious, but we're exclusive at least.
Yeah, you have no roster. You're not dropping the roster for somebody over 50.
No, and it's truly because like I don't really believe that the men who are that old and maybe even younger than that like have learned how to be the type of man that I would require in a boyfriend. Like I just think they grew up in a different era where they don't be acting right.
Interesting. That's a very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, like you have enough, like, I don't know, women have a hard enough time getting people like, millennials to act right. Like try getting a fucking boomer to act right. Like in terms of like how they are and how they think about women and how they act.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And this whole thing about like letting me shine.
Oh yeah.
Like.
I'm the CEO.
Yeah, like there's that, and I don't know that they could deal with that.
Well, the older guys probably
not
couldn't, minus the sugar daddy situation we'll
Right.
talk about later. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, fair enough. So you almost answered. I mean, you kind of answered it. You said like not over 50 for the real situations.
Yeah.
So okay, fair enough.
I mean, really. I mean, almost not over 45.
Oh wow, damn, you really cutting things out.
Yeah, but if it was just like a hookup situation, and like, again, not a sugar daddy per se, but like he has money, and we're gonna go on a trip, fly me out. Like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, no. Well, first of all, I think we should define, like, we're talking about age gaps. I think we should define what an age gap is.
Well, I mean,
there's levels.
I don't think there is levels. It's just like, well, to me, it's just like a true age gap is like outside of your. We could have been in school together.
So 4 years.
Yes. So well, I guess
I feel like that's
3,
you said 3 years.
Well, because middle school is not 4; it's 3 for me.
So you think 3 years is a genuine age gap?
Yeah, 100%.
To me, that doesn't feel like that's significant.
And I feel like women think that age gaps are different than men do.
You think? You think most guys think age gaps are like?
I think we notice it more. Like, I think y'all be thinking in a different way.
Really?
Yeah, I genuinely do. Yeah, that's why y'all like older dudes all the time.
But why? But well, I don't know about that. But why? What is it about? Like, so say a girl is 3 years older or younger than you. What is it about? Like, is it really that significant? Like, what, in the way she acts, looks, like what?
Oh, well, I mean, she probably looks hot regardless, so that's definitely not the looks. It's definitely her actions.
How she acts?
And quote-unquote maturity. Like, I think that the big thing about the age gaps is, like, for guys, like, the way they really be liking, well, at least me, like MILFs, is like, yo, y'all just know what you want. You're to the point. You say it. You're like, ooh, I like it. Da-da-da.
Right.
And the younger girls are just kind of like, and like, you know, whatever. Which, again, I'm at a good spot where I don't really care.
But the two things that you just described to me are not within 3 years of your current age.
They're not. Yeah.
So then, to me, 3 years is not the bar.
Oh, I'm saying that 3 years is not an age gap. I'm saying anything outside. So I'm saying
I still think that to me it would be more like I don't know. I feel like 10 years.
Oh no!
I feel like even
10 years
5
is not a gap. 10 years is like, yo, let me holler at your son.
Oh,
like,
shit.
yeah, like no.
I don't know. I feel like even 5 years, like, yeah, I might know. I mean, first of all, okay, so point blank.
Here we go.
Part of the reason why women are like more receptive to age gaps, I think. Well, I don't know if they're more receptive, but part of the reason that women are receptive to age gaps is because, like, men their age are immature. like whatever age they're at, the women are more mature than the men.
You're right, but
like whatever age it is.
But isn't it like a scientific fact that women mature better than men? Like
so that's what I'm saying. I'm not. It's not really shade. It's just more like a fact of like.
Yeah.
I don't know that women think of age gaps in terms of like a short amount of time span simply because like
you just
anybody around
really
them is like
at me for talking about 4 years. So yeah, obviously.
I'm just surprised that you would think that was like so significant.
Oh no, I don't. Again, I'm just saying outside of 4 years, like then I'm like, yeah, that's a true gap. Inside of like 4 in, like that's fine. Like Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada. But like, even if someone was like 5 years older than me,
I would probably push it to 6 years. I'd probably say 6 years is like, oh, that's a gap. 4, I'd be like, eh.
I mean, I guess maybe it's like an old school thought because like if I think of like my parents or like some older people, this gap age that I'm talking about, it's normal. Like when you look at marriages and all these things,
it
like,
definitely,
it's very normal.
yeah. I mean, it definitely the older you get, the more it like increases.
I feel like now, like us, like young people, if I see somebody with a 6-year age gap,
yeah, that's a lot.
I'm like, come on now, you was here for the money, baby, money, baby, money, baby.
Maybe.
Like, nah, you were not there. Like, you do not love that dude or that girl. Stop playing. Like, You don't. Like, you don't. Like, I'm just sorry.
I don't think it's that weird. I don't think it's that
Of
weird.
course you don't think it's that weird, but you also need to believe in marriage. So it doesn't matter. Like, you don't count.
I do believe in marriage. I just don't believe it in the same conventional way that other people do.
Okay, here we go. We're not going into that.
But
pod.
I don't want to glaze over your point because I think it's really true that the older you get, the wider the gap gets before it's considered a gap.
Yeah, 100%.
Like when I was and this is really like my only true like foray into like age gaps in total. When I was
here we go.
When
Story time. I can't believe it. She put them on wax.
When I was a senior in high school, I was like that bitch that dated the sophomore guy. And that was like a big deal because we were so young, and so like even just that amount of span felt like a lot.
Man, lucky. Look at you. Like, I wish a senior was hollering at me. Seniors were just slapping my butt in the hallway. It wasn't talking to me at all.
I mean, like literally everyone I know is gonna know who it is, so I don't want to like say too much about it.
It's too late now. It's too late now. Yeah. Don't
No,
bleep
it was
this
fine.
out.
I mean, I have no like. Yeah, it was good. It was a nice. It was a good high school relationship. Like it is.
Okay, so let me ask you this: is that like the biggest gap that you've?
Yeah.
That's like 2 years.
It was 3.
That's
3.
it. Mm-hmm. Wow, now you make me feel. So
I mean,
bad.
because I haven't dated anyone significantly older. I used to think that I needed. I for a long time I thought I needed to find someone a lot older. People would even tell me that. Like a lot of people would be like, "You need to."
Because you were so mature.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And for a while, I was like drinking that juice, and then I was like, "No, fuck this! Like, this is stupid." First of all, like anybody, like the older you get, the larger percentage of the people in that age group are trying to like chill out.
True.
Which is not the vibe for me. Second of all, like again, like with the like how you grew up type thing, like your thoughts on relationships and all the rest of it is like more and more traditional, like with the earlier you were born.
Well, first of all, I don't know. Like now you've just like thrown my whole thing because I'm like, dang, only 3 years was your gap. Now I'm like, dang, I can't tell none of my stories. Like,
why? Go no, I want to hear. This is like
long.
maybe the one topic where I don't have like some fucking wild shit to like say. Like I usually, I mean, even just last week I was wiling out like. So you go off. No.
I mean, I don't have anything to go off on, but I'll just say like, as far as the age gap, I definitely think of the numbers more, I guess, precisely than you do. Like,
yes,
as far as like having sex with some girl, like, I could have like an age gap of, I would say, from what as old I am now, we could do 20 years. 20 years would be fine.
Okay.
Like 20 years older. I can't go 20 years younger. Obviously, that's literally jail.
Right.
But like 20 years older, I'd be okay with that. Like, depending on how they look, how fit they are, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you see some 70-year-olds, they look all right. You know, I've been to Vegas. Like, it's
Yeah.
okay. But that's just getting it in. Like, as far as dating, I'd probably have to go closer, or dating or real relationship, I'd probably have to go closer to your number of, like, 45.
Right.
Just because I'm like, okay. And actually, even that might be kind of old, just because I personally would at some point like to have a Lume Jr. And I know that,
so
you
it's
know,
like a kid's thing.
You know,
okay, that
so
makes
you know,
sense.
you get to a certain age, it's kind of dangerous for
and
they say, I don't want to deal with that.
That's so
like,
funny that like literally did not even occur to me when I was
that would be my. I know you wouldn't care about that, but like that would be my only thought process about lowering the age a little bit. But when you said you're like only like dating or whatever gap was 3 years, I'm like, yeah, my gap is much more significant.
Say it.
I think at the time, and I can't even remember with the studio audience to confirm it, but I would have to say it was like at least 12 years.
But see,
15.
like that's not. I feel like that's not that weird. Obviously, older.
I mean, it's not that weird, except for like, I'm not gonna lie when I say like I've seen her daughter. And her daughter is very attractive.
So why'd you go for the mom and not the daughter?
I didn't meet the daughter until after I had already slept with the mom.
Oh.
So like, it was not my fault. That was her fault. But like, what was I supposed to do? I'd be like, oh, it's been fun. Like, but I'm moving down. Like, well,
there's not really an opportunity for that. I don't know. That would be pretty savage.
It's a little late now. So I kind
shit.
of lost that opportunity. And you probably won't cut this out, but this woman that I'm talking about.
Oh, that chick?
Yeah.
Wait, that actually makes total sense because a lot of I got a lot of
yeah. So yeah,
that's hilarious. Holy shit.
So
okay,
that's what happened. But yeah, so I'll give you the real deal. But yeah. So my gap's a little bit larger. I don't know. Like I had a summer where I just thought MILFs were the best thing in the world. I was like, why is everybody not trying to get with a MILF?
But that's
like,
so why in the summer, like in the
Okay. Here's the thing.
not
Summertime.
even cuffing season.
Nah. Here's the thing. Summertime, right?
Yeah.
I'm out here. Weather's great.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. We're
Boat.
just out here trying to get boats. All the MILFs got boats.
True.
Or got cabins.
Facts.
Oh, what happened to homeboy? He's off hunting for deer this weekend, so let's hit this boat. Yeah. All right.
So you're talking about married?
Let's go get these drinks.
Talking about married?
Pow. This is not the cheating episode.
Okay.
Specifically talking about
Okay. You're right.
the age gaps. But I'm just saying, like,
yeah, the MILFs
they
do
be
have
out here,
both, yeah.
And when you go to these little cake eater cities, the Edinas, the
Tonka.
Woodberries, the
Yeah.
Minnetonkas,
Yeah.
Hopkins, like you find a lot of these ladies. Even actually, shout out to Waconia. I've had a great MILF time in Waconia.
That gets a little. This is kind of the sticks, but it's okay.
Hey, the sticks is right. I brought the sticks. They had a great time.
I don't know about all that. I'll pass on Coney. I'll let you have that one.
It's fine. I'll take it. God's country. Shout out. But
Too much camo for me out there. Not
but
interested.
No, I can't believe that you had that.
I know. I knew you. I knew you would.
I
knew you would be surprised. I knew you would be surprised.
I'm a little disappointed. So okay.
I don't have occasion to meet like a lot of older guys. I know people would think that I would, but like I feel like I don't.
Well, I mean, maybe in LA it was probably easier, but
okay.
I know we don't talk about your unfavorite city, so it's fine. We'll move.
No, I mean I definitely talked to some older guys when I was little. I kind of forgot about that, but I didn't really like. Seriously,
I moved on.
I didn't like seriously date anyone. Like for real,
if you did. I wasn't even gonna go there.
Yeah.
I know that's not your favorite city, so I was just gonna move on. So okay, there's actually something I didn't even put it on here, but like I kind of put it on here. What I was gonna ask is like, so with the gap, is there like a certain age of someone that you're talking to where you're like, I'm cool with talking to them or fucking them or whatever, but I can't bring them around my life.
Oh.
So like that gap, the 12 or 15 year gap that I was talking about, like she's been here. She's sat in that exact same seat that you're sitting.
Right.
I've also been out with her at Sneaky Pete's randomly. Like that was random though. It wasn't my choice, but like it's happened.
Okay.
But like it wasn't like a plan where I brought a bunch of friends out. It was like, like one coworker was like, come out here. And then we saw her and I was like, shit. And I was like, da. But like I wasn't ever planning to like hang out with her really outside of here. But I'm just wondering, like, do you have like where it's like, if he's 20 years older, not that you said 20, but like if he's 20 years older than me, I can't really bring him around to the good old fashioned Kristen date or like March Madness, like.
Oh man, I feel like I wouldn't even. I don't know. It depends on who this guy is. If he really has like a lot of money, there's no need for him to be coming around the loop. Like there's just it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
Talk about like, him having money means he should be at the loop.
I don't know. I don't know
Drinks.
if I agree. It's more like let's go like fuck in your office or something. Like you don't need to come like to where I'm at. Like why don't you call me up? I'll come to where you at. Like me, it's the access.
Yeah. Can't get access to King, Chris, and Renee. It's not allowed.
But I mean, I don't know. On the other hand, I also like don't know that I would ever like. Again, that's more of we're not exclusive. We're casually dating and fucking, and it's like barely more than that. So if that's the case, then again, me, I have no problem being like, no, you can't come, or alternatively, like, bye, friends, I gotta go, or whatever. Whatever I'm feeling in that moment. If I was more gonna like
ruthless, savage.
If I was more gonna date somebody for real,
booty at you. Okay,
yeah. If I was gonna date somebody for real, I don't like people that are like too cool to do whatever.
So they need to be down. To
Yeah,
go.
yeah. So if you thought you were too...
But what if they didn't think they were too cool and they were like 50?
Oh my God. I don't know, man. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would. When I say I don't know, I don't mean like I don't want to say it. I'm just like, ugh, I don't know if I could really bring them to the bar.
Okay. Well, now let me ask you a very pointed question.
Okay.
And I actually am not sure about this answer myself, but I just thought about it, so I'm going to ask you. Could you date someone like serious, like a true, genuine relationship who was as old as your parents?
No. Again, for kind of the same reason. Like, I don't really think that men...
100%? Like, you just are no, like 100%?
Well, first of all...
You don't have to say how old your parents are. I'm just saying, like, you're just genuinely, like, 100% no?
I mean, well, you know...
I'm about to say, George Clooney probably ain't that fucking
Agreed, but
parents.
George Clooney is not in the same realm as, like, my parents in
because they don't
Twin
know each
Cities.
other? Like,
no, because he's George Clooney. First of all, he's a multi-millionaire.
George Clooney was your parents until he became George Clooney.
Yeah, but that was when he was young. Like, first of all, he's out in Lake Como at his fucking blah 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 house. Like,
see, I think you're dismissing the question too easily.
No, I'm dismissing the question because as someone who's like semi-estranged from their own fucking father, I'm really not interested in old white men. Like, I'm just like, they can all go fuck off right now. So that's why I was very, very quick to answer the question, because I'm just like, I had enough of that. If I wanted these kinds of problems, I have a way to access them perfectly fine on my own. So, like, not to, like, get into it too much.
Shake my
But that's why I very quickly answered, because, and it's along the same lines of exactly what I'm saying.
Y'all
like,
see what I'm dealing with?
In the beginning, I'm just like, I genuinely don't believe that these men know how the fuck to act. And if one proves me wrong, like, go ahead, live your best life. Like, I applaud you and commend you, and you should slide in my DMs. But I don't believe that age group of men knows how to act.
Well, we're going to take you to Laura Fletcher's this summer, and you're going to find out how to act. And then we're going to leave you at Laura Fletcher's because I'm going to be on the boat.
Like, they
Shots
might in,
fired.
like, an existential, theoretical way. Like, I'm not saying, like, old people can't keep up with the times, so to speak. But I am saying that, like...
You're kind of saying that.
I'm saying it in the sense of, like, how you're treating me and how you're, like, interacting with other women in the world is not going to be up to the par that I demand.
Well, as a great philosopher once said, you know what happens when you assume, and I'll just leave it at that. So, okay. All right,
we'll see.
That's fine.
If somebody came correct with me, I would give them a chance. I would.
And to be fair, you've said that on pretty much every pod.
Right.
If someone came correct, and you've never limited to the age.
Right.
So I'll give you that. You're just now limiting to the age and saying these old motherfuckers better back up off. But okay, all right.
I don't know. I'm coming across as quite the bitch on this podcast. But whatever, it is what it is.
I think you're just. I think what you're doing is almost dispelling my thing about how bitches be loving older dudes. Like, you're really like killing it right now.
Well, I mean, I don't know. And again, like, if it was some old rich guy who was just trying to, like, very casually date, that's a different story. Yeah.
Well, that's
but like, once when I lived in LA, I had this roommate, and she she'll never hear this, so it doesn't matter. She was dating a guy who was like decades older.
Ooh,
yeah, he was like 55, I think, and she was like
20.
No, she was like maybe like 27, 28.
Oh, okay.
And they met. She had like a very high power job in the medical field. She like worked at a hospital, research, blah blah blah. Like she was. She had a job.
Very specific. She gonna know who she is if she ever.
She doesn't know. She's
if
not
she
gonna
ever
know.
hears it, she gonna know who she is.
She's not gonna. And plus, I don't care.
Hey, tweet it out.
But she was like had a very much higher power job than what a typical 27-year-old would have. Mm-hmm. He also worked as like the top researcher at like blah blah blah.
Okay.
And they dated. In fact, he was her boss for a while first. Then he became not her boss.
Of course.
They dated, and like that's another reason why I was so quick to answer the question of like, would you date somebody who's that old? Because like that guy was so fucking lame, and I always just was like, why are you dating this dude? Like, he's literally fucking whack. Like, he would get mad at her. Like, we would be trying to figure out like so in LA, it's very common that you rent out the living room as a bedroom.
Okay.
So we were trying to like figure out, like, we had these like weird like these like floor to ceiling shelves that we used as like walls to wall off this section of the living room to like rent this room out. And so we were trying to like work this out, and we had to like have a lot of discussion about it, obviously. And he would like be pouting. Like he would come over to like hang out with her. This 55-year-old man comes over to our apartment to hang out with her. And, like, she works till 7 at night and whatever. So, like, we had to have these conversations about what the plan was to get this fucking roommate. And he would be, like, off pouting in the corner or in her room, like, pouting. And she would be like, oh, sorry, guys. Like, he's just, like, gets mad when I, like, have to, like, do this, da-da-da. I'm like, what is this, like, high school? Like, this is a 55-year-old man. What the fuck? Like...
Well... It's always high school.
And he's like this high power researcher. Like, what is he doing coming over here talking about our fucking living room rental? Like,
if he had real power, y'all wouldn't be living there.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, let's call it that.
So yeah, that was another experience where I got the taste for the 55-year-old white guy, and I was just like, nah, I'm super good on that.
Oh wow, okay. You really just been crushing all of my things today. I'm really
but what's
mad
your
that I didn't get no notes.
You agreed that you probably wouldn't seriously date somebody over like 45.
Oh, like seriously date? No. But like
But is it just because of the baby thing, or is it some other reason?
Mostly because of the baby thing, yeah.
Okay.
But like if I didn't care about like having an offspring and carrying the
What if you already had a kid?
Oh, well, according to some people I do, but like
what does that mean according to some people?
Hey, you'll have to ask
What,
them.
do you have a fucking paternity suit to get you a present? Like, I'm confused.
You'll have to ask them. That's all I can tell you, but that's all I can tell you.
Are you serious?
But as far as I'm concerned, nah, without the kid situation, like, if I didn't care about like certain family things that are stupid and archaic, but I want to carry the tradition on, which is why I want the kid. If I didn't have that issue, honestly, I really would. It'd be like 50, maybe 55, depending on how they look. Like, I really wouldn't care. Like, let's just out here, live life, have a good time. Like, you cool to wake up next to me every day? We Gucci. Like, let's go. Like, but that's not the situation. So, got to deal with what the cards have been dealt. To answer my own question, as far as like dating somebody as old as my parents.
Yeah.
I date somebody as old as my mom. Not my dad, he's too old, but like...
So your parents have an age gap. That's, I feel like, another reason that you might be more open to it.
Yeah, but their age gap is closer to the age gap that I told you is okay.
Okay.
So
it's not like...
Yeah, it's not. It's fine. Like,
nothing
it's
crazy.
Not a big deal, but no. Okay, we got to hit it. We got to talk about it.
Sugar daddy thing?
The biggest thing with the age gaps is, in fact, that of the sugar daddies.
Yeah.
/ sugar mamas.
Yeah.
Because I do love a good sugar mama this time of year. Like,
I mean, obviously I'm for it. Like, let's just get that out of the way right now. Obviously.
First of all, anyone who's not for it is lying.
I don't know. Is that true?
No,
I feel
like you're lying. Like, okay, actually, I take it back. You know who's not lying? Homegirl who broke up with Jeff Bezos. Like, Oprah. Like, if you already rich, then of course you don't care about no goddamn sugar mama or sugar daddy. Other than that, you're lying. Because as you talked about in another podcast with another person who I can't name because you don't want to name him, money is money.
Yeah, true. Fact.
So stop being out here playing like money ain't good money. Like, no. If you ain't already got it and got it well off, why in the world would you be mad about having a sugar mama?
I mean, some people have like stricter moral compasses than the quarantine crew.
What's wrong with having a moral compass and having a sugar mama?
I mean, I don't know.
I think my moral compass is great. But I have no problem with some sugar mama coming out here and buying me a SS Luminator.
But then
and
why
going
aren't
on
you
Minnetonka all day?
Okay,
like,
so then why aren't you on like the whatchamacallit matcher site? If it's so great and perfect and fine.
I didn't say that it was great or perfect or fine. I said I have no problem with it.
Okay, fair.
I just also have an ego. So I'm like, I figure let me out here mess around and try and find this little, Mrs. Luminator on the normal means before I jump to the sugar mama. So you're
saying that if you took on a sugar mama that it would inhibit your
Oh, no, I wouldn't inhibit because I'd be all about it because I'm dedicated. So I'd be like, hey, sugar mama, you got me.
No, I'm saying it would inhibit your search for an actual wife.
It depends on their age. It might not. That might be my wife. So I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that I'm trying to not look for them for only the money.
See, I wouldn't think that a sugar anything is like the actual wife or the actual husband.
Well, there's the difference.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a great question. Why? Why, Kristen? Why exactly is that? What's wrong with finding love with someone who has way more money than you?
No, that's fine. I mean, that's not the problem. It's more just like I don't picture. I don't know. Shit.
No, you know what it is. I'm the CEO. Like,
No. I
don't think you can handle that.
Being with somebody that was like seriously rich.
No, being with somebody. Like, you could date somebody who's seriously rich. I don't think that's a problem for you.
No,
but
it's not a problem.
Being with somebody who you actually are truly like, damn, I can't make that move unless I had to use his card. Nah, you're not about that life. You're not about that life, and you know you're not about that life.
I don't know. I'm thinking
you're not about that life. Like you already said that you would sleep with a dude to get the connections.
Facts.
There's a difference between sleeping with a dude and always having to sleep with the dude.
But I don't think of it in terms of like just the sleeping with thing. Like it's more just like when you're married, you know, you're.
Yeah, you're
it's
supposed
more
to be
just
dedicated.
Like,
Y'all out here filing taxes together. Y'all
you have to like
same
do the whole,
mailing address. Oh my god,
you have
it's
to do
crazy.
the whole fucking thing, and it's just like I don't know. So that's why to me it's like a sugar daddy. If I was gonna get a sugar daddy, I would get just like a rich guy who needed to take me to his events and show me off.
To be an escort.
And like, yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, no, but but I don't know. The difference in my mind being that it's like an ongoing person. It's on. I guess that's still an escort.
Yep. Still, keep going. No. We're waiting.
I don't know.
We'll let it wait.
I don't know. An
we'll
escort is paid like on a transactional basis. Like it's more just like.
And your transaction will be like when you woke up next to him that morning. That transaction is done.
No, it's
Here's
more
some shopping money.
See,
Go. Ooh. Come
yeah.
back the next day. Here's some more shopping money. Boo. It's transaction.
I mean, maybe I don't know.
No, I'm just telling you, it's okay. Like. Don't do it.
I'm just trying to think about what in my mind is the difference. I feel like it's like a like longevity and frequency of spending time with said person and what activities you're actually doing. And like how are you actually receiving said sugar?
So I mean, I guess I don't know because as far as I've heard of these sugar daddy stories. Like I'll tell one right now. One of my cousins, and they know who they are, had a sugar daddy date before we were supposed to hang out and go out one night here in Minneapolis.
Okay.
And this dude was like, oh, like come out to the sushi place. And my cousin was like, oh, I'm actually supposed to hang out with my cousin. Like, can we reschedule? And he was like, no, like it's okay. Like just come through. And she was like, oh, well, I actually have to go pick up my friend, and we're all supposed to go hang out. And he was like, no, bring your friend, and we'll just have some sushi. It's cool. And so she texts me back, and she goes, all right, like, hey, I'm just going to go entertain this dude to get this free sushi for like an hour, and I'll be at the crib. It's cool.
Right.
I said, all right, cool. She even, like, she was telling me where she's going. The sushi place wasn't far, so I said, cool. You need something, I'll be right there.
Right.
So she picks up her friend. They go to sushi place. They get this sushi. Dude, obviously, he pays for everything, drinks, food, whatever.
Right.
This dude
sounds great. I don't know. Get to the problem.
I'm not giving you a problem. I'm going to give you a question after I'm done.
Okay.
This dude gives both of them $300.
Oh, just like here you go.
Like, thank you for hanging out. I'd love to see you guys again very soon. And they leave. Come meet up with me. I said, I'm not paying for no drinks tonight. What the
right,
fuck?
facts.
Like, y'all just got to
Ball
talk
out.
sugar daddy. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And my question is, a situation like that.
Ideal.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. You're all the way here for that kind of sugar daddy.
I mean, first of all, in that scenario, it doesn't even matter if the guy's attractive. You talking about go on a first date with an old boy and he's gonna put $300 in my pocket? Word? We just gonna chop it up over sushi? I'd be doing that anyway.
I mean, I don't like sushi, so I wouldn't go for that. I get your point. I get your point. But no, what I'm saying is that I hear a lot more, to me personally, great sugar daddy stories than I do sugar mama stories. I feel like it's harder to find a sugar mama just in general. Now, not because...
No, there's rich bitches out here.
Not that we can't look. Like,
right.
I know that there are many women who
right.
are successful and got money and they just ready to spend it. So I'm not out here saying that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, man, like, I gotta, like, put effort in.
Yeah, I feel like men are more accustomed of using money as, like, sexual currency, just, like, besides, like, just on every level.
What do you mean?
Meaning, like no, like on every level. Like, I mean, that's part of it. I'm saying in an overall way, like, men equate money and sex more closely in their mind than women do.
That reminds me of the Boondocks episode, but okay, yeah.
Because just and not in the sense of like prostitution. Like, I'm talking about like just in an overall way. Like they use money to present themselves as sexually.
That's why it's easier to find a sugar daddy than a sugar mama.
Right. That's what I'm saying. There's no shortage of rich bitches out here. I just think men like are already even men that don't have money like that are already thinking like, if I can appear rich, I'm gonna appear more sexually appealing to women.
Oh yeah, you don't know how many girls I'm about to lie to this summer about I have a boat. Like, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait.
We have to like finesse up some
I can't
some fake fucking
wait.
some Instagram.
Shout out, holler at me on Tonga, baby. Let's go.
We can do it.
But no, you're probably right about that. I didn't think of it in that way, but that's probably true. But,
because women, like, even just me in my normal life, like, I'm not out here trying to convince guys that I have money. I feel like men are trying to do that even if they don't. It's like a whole thing.
Well, yeah, because we don't know what else to get. Because we be seeing these actual sugar daddies out when we go out that are ugly as fuck with these fine ass bitches, and we're like, why? And then we're like, oh, that's why. Because my pockets aren't deep enough.
Maybe.
That's
I don't know.
why.
I'm for the sugar daddy situation. I don't know if I could truly fuck somebody that I found disgusting though. Like, on some level,
don't say another word, because after that Clubhouse episode, you're not allowed to say another word. No, don't say nothing.
You're right.
Don't say
you're
nothing.
Right, you're
don't
right,
say nothing. I don't want to hear nothing, because you're just gonna be lying to the people, and I don't like lying on the pod. So
but we said that was like in the case of like they're gonna pay you $500,000. That's different than just like some sugar daddy who's just like,
nah. You're lying. Like, we're just not gonna go there.
Okay,
I don't want to do it because you wouldn't even come on wax on that. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm
definitely for the sugar daddy thing, but I also don't. Yeah, I don't know. It's gotta be.
Yeah, no, it's okay. You're just not about it. You're not about it. Like, you're about it in the conceptual sense.
Right.
But let's be real. You would never actually go out your way to, like, go on a sugar daddy date.
I honestly would if it was the right like, again, like the city that we're living in, you know, like,
has plenty of sugar daddies.
But they live out in the fucking burbs with their fucking dog. I don't even want a regular guy who's actually hot who's doing that.
First of all, they probably kill their dog if you was actually going to show up, because they don't care. They got money. Like, they'll move on. Like, it's not that hard.
But I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I just don't know if this is the right city where I would actually find the sugar daddy that's right for me. Now, if we're talking about
the sugar daddy that's right for me, you hear that? You're like, I'm not looking for just a sugar daddy. I'm looking for a sugar daddy that's right for
like
me.
Some fucking, I don't know, Thomson Reuters VP out in fucking Bloomington. Like, I don't care. Like, ew, no. Like, if it's just
but
but it's not about the amount of money per se. It's more about like the lifestyle and like the rest of it.
Okay, all right.
I mean, there is a threshold at which the lifestyle ceases to matter. I will admit that. But if we're just talking about like the guy that took them to sushi or whatever, like if it's that guy and it's just like some guy around the cities, the lifestyle and like the person that you are is still relevant. I mean, it's still a relationship, even if there's money involved. I still care about like.
Okay, but here's the thing. Let me just say this, like, because I know it to be fact. But pre-COVID. Back when we was out here in these bars, like, you saw a sugar daddy every single place that you went to.
I don't think that I did.
No, you didn't look at them, but they were there. Every single place you went to, there was a sugar daddy. I promise you that.
Daddy and daughter.
Yeah, I promise you there was a sugar daddy there.
So what, was I just not paying attention?
No,
like,
you didn't care. You weren't interested, which is fine because they're probably not attractive.
I don't know.
No, I'm telling you this as fact. You're just denying fact. Which is
what?
Weird.
So you remember looking around the bar yourself?
110%.
Dead ass. You're evaluating the men?
110%. I always know, and I'm just telling you that they're there, and you were just like, eh. And now, to be fair to you, most of the time when you were out there, that sugar daddy already had their sugar baby for the night.
Right.
But what I'm telling you is, you talk about this lifestyle and da-da-da. Those sugar daddies was at the same place you was.
True.
So they was living your lifestyle.
But, okay, so in that scenario, who's supposed to approach whom in the sugar daddy, sugar baby situation?
Do you want money?
So it's me. I'm supposed to approach them.
If you want the like,
would you approach the sugar mama? Is it different or is it the same?
If I knew,
yeah, but how would you know? How am I to know?
It's pretty. Well, first of all, for the guy, it's noticeable. And funny enough, it goes
back.
By
what? It goes back to
their
age?
Episode. It's the age gap. Stop playing.
So you're talking about the old guy at the bar.
Stop playing with me when you tell me you see a dude looking like my dad hanging out with a girl looking younger than you,
but
and you're like, oh yeah, they just love each other.
Okay, but here's my thing. So I see an old guy at the bar, right? Okay, so if I approach him, he thinks he's finna get away with some shit without actually.
What do you think he's gonna get away with?
I don't know, but there be
You're in public.
No. I don't mean it like that. Like I more mean it like not ever like. There are also just weirdos like who don't actually have the money. I don't think it's safe to assume that any old guy at a bar is a sugar daddy.
You're right.
Right.
The old guy that has women talking to him.
But then doesn't that guy already have one?
Well, if you got money, you got money, baby.
Yeah,
money, baby.
Yeah,
like, what are you talking about? Like, you're not making
so
no
you think
sense.
it's fine? I just don't know that I would ever approach a guy, old or otherwise, who already was like talking to. Like,
yeah, I don't think that you would either. I'm just saying that's what I'm pointing out, that you are just out here letting these sugar daddies go. That's all.
Well, I'm asking the questions because I'm like, maybe I should pursue this once COVID is done.
I'm trying to help you out.
I just feel like I don't know. Is the bitch that he's currently talking to going to be mad? I feel like yeah.
See, here's the thing. You know what? Okay. Let me put it like this. If you went out with, let's just put the scenario to you. You went out with a sugar daddy, some dude that you clearly were only with because of his money.
Okay.
You guys go out. He says, I got you for $1,000 tonight to hang out with me. Whatever. I got drinks, dinner, da-da-da-da. In the middle of you guys being out, he's like, damn, look at her. And he says, here's another $1,000. Go have a hotel and have a good rest of your night. I'll hit you up tomorrow. Are you leaving or are you throwing that $1,000 in his face?
Wait, what do you mean by leaving or throwing?
Like, are you listening to him when he says...
Yeah, you're taking the money and running. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, yeah. Well, you might not see him tomorrow, but like...
So you're saying that, like...
I'm saying that in that situation, that sugar daddy has a plan for... Like, first of all, rich people got a plan for everything.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, they don't... Actually, it's more like they don't even need a plan. They have no plan.
Correct.
They don't have to have
one. And they
one.
make a plan for everything. So, like, you go out and they're, like, chilling. And it's like, oh, damn. Ken, Kristen, and Renee walked in. Hey, take this money. Yeah, get out of here. And then, hey, bartender.
Yeah.
Take care of her. Like, oh, call the Uber. Yeah. And then they made the move. And then they're done. And that's them wanting it. So if you pop up and even just do the tease, it's done. And I'm just saying this as a man because I know we're not strong. Like, in the gym, we're strong, but we're not strong in other places.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, like, it's not that hard.
Mm.
And I know that you've never looked in any of your Kristen
All right, I'm going to have
dates
to
out.
consider this. I'm going to have to think this one through. Give me a lot to think about.
I'm just trying to I'm trying to teach you. That's all I'm trying to do on the pod, is just teach you and the people.
But, okay, but you never really answered my question of, like, why don't you pursue a sugar mama then?
Because they're not out there as much. I know where the
you
sugar
could
mama...
find one online.
Yeah, that's true. But I guess it's my ego. I think sugar mamas, especially here in Minneapolis, I think they roll through the shadows more.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Than sugar daddies. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
And, you know.
It also comes back to, like, lifestyle in general thing again. Like, you're, like, again, trying to be out here on the boat. You're not necessarily trying to be in the shadows with sugar mama.
Oh, I'd be in the shadows. She was paying for everything, but like she got to find me first, which is on the boat or in the club or at the bar, and I don't know that she's gonna be at any of those places. So
the other reason that I'm like very for the sugar daddy thing is because like they use their money as like the thing that is like setting them apart from other people, and so
they use it to bring in the bitches.
I feel like they're more apt to be fine with me to be the one to like socially shine. You know what I mean? Like, cause they're not.
I don't know what you mean, cause I'll never get the social shine, so I don't know what you mean.
But I'm saying like they're quiet.
I know what you mean.
They're quiet. They're just like in the side. Like
here's the tab.
Yeah. Like they're
go ahead, girl. Buy your girl the shots.
You know, they get their satisfaction and validation over being the money, whereas I can be the star.
The CEO.
I can be the star.
CEO. Yeah, no, I get it.
So that's like it too. But so I am into it. I don't know. I guess I just, as usual. I mean, this is like in every situation, not just the age gaps or not just the sugar daddy, but like it's got to be the right
every
person.
Episode,
like I think my standards are higher than I would like to.
we like 20 episodes deep, and all we've learned is that Kristen literally just needs only the specific guy, which doesn't exist, and she hates every other guy in the world.
That's not true. I don't hate men. That's not correct.
And not actually. Let me chill.
I'm not a man hater. I love men.
I didn't say that. You more like Nelly Furtado, man eater, never want more.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna see. See. It's not. We can't evaluate this at present. You can reevaluate the situation after COVID summer. This post COVID summer is over.
Oh,
shit is about to get so out of pocket. Bro.
Our Labor Day weekend episode. I can't wait.
It is. When I was with my friends this weekend, I said the same thing, and my friends were like, "We're worried about you. You're about to be acting a fucking fool. It's gonna be bad.
It'll be fine." It'll be fine.
We'll see.
But no, all right. So then that's fine. Age gaps, we hit it. I feel like we hit what we need to hit.
I have one more thing. We didn't discuss the younger that much. I think we need to hit the younger a little bit.
Well, what you got to say about the younger?
Well, you haven't said anything. I'm the one that already said that I dated the younger guy. I'm kind of into younger guys because they're just like wild and.
Oh my. Okay. So all right. My only thing about the younger is like, if you can't go to the bar with me legally, then I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, I feel like that's
I'm out. Now, and that's out as far as like truly dating you, like, you know, relationship,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend like if you're like 20 that I wouldn't like have sex with you or something. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, again, I told you, guys, we strong in the gym. Otherwise, not so much. So like that part is fine, but like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of younger girls, or at least for me, a lot of younger girls that I talk to, they be out here having me do shit because I'm like old. I just can't be dealing with it. Like they be like, "Hey, what you doing?" I'll be like, "It's fucking 12:30 at night. What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm in bed. Come to the bar." I was like, "Oh, like I had this girl like a year and a half ago, and she like always used to text me at like 11:45 p.m. talking about, oh yeah, I just randomly ended up at like Crave downtown or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you want to come through?" And I'm like, "Yeah, on a fucking Tuesday." And I'm like,
right, not even like, yeah.
If I say no, then I know that that's just me losing out on hearing from her for like 3 weeks. But
Right.
I'm like, if I say yes, I gotta pay this damn Uber, and I go over there
For like
and
30 minutes.
I literally had this Uber. She hit me up one time, and it was like 12:30, and I got in this Uber, and it was this lady was driving me, and she was like, "Oh, where are you going?" I was like, "Oh, I'm going up to meet up with a friend." She's like, "Oh, well, you know bars close soon." I was like, "Yep, I'm aware."
Yep.
And she's like, "So why are you going to meet up with her?"
She's just like interrogating you.
And I
Third
was
degree
like-
from the fucking Uber driver.
I'm like, well, I mean, I don't want to just leave her be. She's like, you could have just called her the Uber and she could have came to you. I was like, that's very true, but I don't think she would have gotten the Uber without seeing me. And she was like, well, wow, I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you. This just doesn't sound like a good idea. And I was like, you know, I'm not going to lie to you. I know it's not a good idea, bitch, but I just need you to drop me off, okay? Like, goddamn, like, well, goddamn. Also, she was wrong because I had sex that night, but that's not the point. The point is,
I think the
like,
point is more just that you're more like not trying to like waste time, so to speak.
I waste time clearly way too much. That's clearly always happens. But I would just like the problem with not problem, but the thing with the younger women is that they just got more energy than me, and they just want to do things on days that I'm not here to do it. Like I've retired
From the
weekday things. Like I barely even like Thirsty Thursdays anymore.
You barely agreed to do this podcast midweek.
Well, I didn't agree. Actually, I was hustling.
Of course.
So let's
Yeah,
be real.
yeah.
Like, I did not agree. Yeah, I did not agree. But so like, yeah, I'm like, if you ain't hit me up on Friday or Saturday, like, what we talking about? Like,
But are these so like that girl? Was she just like trying to hook up, or was she like actually trying to talk to you? Like, what was the situation?
Oh man, I shouldn't put the whole situation
Okay, well,
on
just
wax.
fine. Outside of that specific situation, in general, are these younger girls? Are they like, oh, be my man, or are they just like meet up tonight?
Yeah, to meet up tonight. We'll
You
go with
think
that.
that you think like 20,
Yeah, no.
21, 22-year-old girls are like,
She was literally over there at
Wyland?
Marcy Park. That's where she lived. Like,
oh,
yeah, she was like, nah. Like, yeah, nah. She was out here just having herself a great little time. Yeah, I know. Vic used to live there. You know what's crazy? Hey, studio audience, she lived in 2 doors down from where Vic used to live in that place. That's real talk New York, because I saw it the first time she took me back there, and I was like, wow, I've been here before.
So you think it's
Awkward.
sheerly a scheduling issue and not about their like intentions or like just the way that they are, so to speak?
Well, I mean, this specific girl, it was her. She's crazy.
Fine.
But, as you already know, that's what I do.
Yeah.
But like, no, I don't know. Like, there are definitely some younger girls that handle themselves better. I'm not gonna pretend like that's not true.
Right.
But
More potential for drama.
yeah, it's just so easy. They do what they do when they pop it, and I just can't.
Okay.
And again, I like sleep. So don't text me at 12:30 at night.
But see, that
talking
doesn't.
about where we going.
I never get annoyed at that. Like I'm
And
like,
see, what? What are you talking about? You never get annoyed at somebody 12?
no, I don't.
12:30 a.m.
I just won't text them back, or I'll just be like, nah, I'm in bed. Peace out.
I don't want the text.
I don't care.
See, you
I don't care.
love the way the dick tastes. I can't be doing that. Like, nah, I can't do that. I can't do that.
I'm not saying I'm
And
always
I
gonna do
won't
it.
No,
I'm not saying I'm always gonna
but
meet
you
up.
Can't be no, I can't. Don't text me.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't care.
Don't text me.
It doesn't
No.
bother me.
If you're not family in jail and need help, after midnight, if you don't need help, don't talk to me. Period.
Yeah, see, no, I'm not. I like the random whatever. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it always, but I like younger guys like sort of for that reason. That is just like on a dime, let's do this or that.
I have nothing against random activities.
Also, younger guys, they require very little. Like they require very little in terms of like like emotional labor for me. I don't even mean like sexually. I mean like they don't.
You mean just literally overall?
Yeah, just literally overall. They're if they're gonna get some
ass bitches.
If they're gonna get some pussy, they're pretty much good. You don't really need to like do like a lot more than that. Like that pretty much covers the bases. They're pretty happy if that.
Well, unfortunately, all these younger girls be watching you older girls being like, independent, I got it, and maybe be like, hey, no, I'm not accepting that.
Well, I do think you're right that like there's definitely a camp of women that's the exact opposite of me. That like they're like only the older guy and absolutely not to the younger guy. Whereas I'm like the younger guy is way less work. The older guy is the one who be wanting to talk about where's this going. The younger guy's fine for it to be whatever it is right on that day, which is preferred.
I know. And one of them you'll accept because one of them won't be asking you about marriage, which you hate, and the other one will. So it's all good.
Right.
Yeah. So you're all. Yeah, I'm just saying. No, but to be clear, just to put a button on it, I'm not against the younger women. They're all beautiful. I'm not against older men. As a great philosopher once said, I love girls. Girls I do adore, right? But I'm just saying that I am in a space where I can't just be doing all these things. I'm not Hercules. So I just need to chill.
No, I think we both are happy with any potential suitor coming our way, no matter the age. But I'm just saying, like, we're just playing out the topic.
I don't feel comfortable being in your same level because after what I've said today, I definitely don't feel comfortable being in your same zone. So I'm not accepting that.
You're disassociating.
I'm not accepting that.
You don't want to be associated.
We're gonna go to the drink break because I refuse to be on her same thing. Like, nope. But
no,
she likes what she likes. I like what I like. Yeah,
I mean, you did give me the props. Like, if you got a game, you can be whatever age and give it your best shot. We'll see what happens.
Up to about 45, then. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
It's a good try.
Yeah.
It's a good try.
All right.
George Clooney, shout out.
Okay, let's take a drink break. I need to consult my conscience.